Hi everybody, Alex Deployer from Expert Forex, and in today's video we're going to be having a look at the free optimized settings that we provide with all of our EAs. And a lot of our customers aren't aware of them in the first place, but secondly are not aware of the way to use those EAs by loading them into their trading platforms. Now this video is going to show you exactly all of that. So just to make you aware, we offer free optimized settings for a recent 12-month period for a number of currencies and time frames, and we do the same thing for a number of indices and time frames. And then we have a paid monitoring account service trading high probability settings for a number of currencies and time frames. We're not going to be looking at that particular service in this video, but I will make a separate one for that service. And then we're going to be adding a monitoring account service for indices. And the reason for that is that index results have been so good. They are much better than the Forex currencies. And we've discovered quite a jewel in our trading robot. So in future, we're not going to be referring to our robots as Forex robots. We're going to be referring to them as trading robots because they can trade indices and Forex. On your screen, you can see a schedule of the services we provide, and down the left-hand side here are all the major EAs that we have, and then here are the optimized settings that you can download in respect of currencies and indices. And it shows the last date when the optimization was done, and it also shows the basis on which the optimization has been done. In most cases it was based on a 0.1 lot and a $10,000 account. In certain cases, like for instance there, a percentage of equity was used, but you can get those details. I'll show you how to get those details. Then we have the new paid monitoring account service. Currently it's only being done for currencies, but we will be switching over to indices pretty soon when I get home from my holiday, and we will be adding indices as an additional monitoring service. At that point, the cost of that service will increase dramatically, so whoever's in that service right now can count themselves as lucky, because if you start with a particular price, you keep that price for the length of the service. Then we've also got a list here of a recent competition which was held and the results achieved in particular EAs. So this schedule tells quite a story, and I'm going to be focusing on the currencies and the indices and showing you how you can find them and load them into your EAs. Now this is an educational and instruction video, so I'm sorry I'm going to go into quite a bit of detail here. So just to explain, the best optimized results shown were achieved by a single currency. It's not a group of currencies or anything like that. It's a single currency for a specific time frame and a specific settings. The only difference is the Dream Machine that trades 28 currencies at the same time. So those results you see there are for one currency over a 12-month period. The optimized settings are available to existing owners on the EA Factory website, and there is the link to that particular website. The monitoring account settings are available on the Daily Forex Setup Forum to paid subscribers, which is currently 36, but it will be going up pretty soon. And to join, all you do is you go to the forum and you click on any paid member restricted page, and it will say, hey, hang on, you can't access that page, but if you do, this is what you've got to do. Then the optimized settings, as I mentioned earlier, is based on a year period. From the date shown, it's based on a 0.1 lot sizing. It's based on 100-to-1 leverage, and those are used unless specifically stated. Now there are EAs that we don't provide settings for, and the reason for that is that they are not plug and play set and forget EAs. The GTM EA and the double in a day EA are examples of those. The success of those EAs are totally dependent on the strategies used by a particular trader when using them. I also mentioned earlier the trading competition. If you want to go and look at the specific results, please click on that particular link. In that link, you'll also find links to all of our EAs, so you can use that. The Dream Machine is also an EA that cannot be optimized, so we do not supply optimized settings for that, but we do supply presets which we are now trading in our monitoring account, and those presets are actually doing pretty well. It's just a technical thing. You can only optimize one currency at a time using MT4. The real special is that all of our major EAs can be purchased as a bundle at 80% off, and the link is shown. Now the link will also be available in the description of this video and in the commentary section of this video. Okay, so let's go into how do you find the best settings and how do you use those settings in your EA. The first thing to do is to log into the EA factory website. There is the address. You log in, there's the login facility, and once you've logged in, you go to the EA that you have purchased and you highlight that EA, and it will bring up the product information for that EA. So I'm using the Make Money as my example here. It brings up the product information and it tells you a whole lot of stuff about the EA, but at the bottom here it will tell you where you can find the settings. So there will be a link to the settings. So what you then do is you click on that link, and it will take you to a further page where it asks you, do you want to look at the index markets or do you want to look at the Forex markets? In this example, I'm going to use the Forex markets. Then you would click on that link. And then it will take you to the actual page, and it will tell you the period that was used to optimize these settings, the currencies that we used, the time frames that we used. As you can see, there's 30 optimizations that are available here, the leverage that was used. And in this case, the deposit wasn't 10,000, it was 5,000. So that also gives you, as I said earlier, unless otherwise stated, there is the 5,000 and the basis and so on. What you then do is you go to the best results. Now, I'm using the best results as the basis. Some people don't always use the best results. They use the lowest drawdown percentage. Some people like other methods of selecting settings. I'm using this as an example. I'm not saying that these settings are the best results is the only way to go. And just a reminder, there is a disclaimer on this website. These are analysis of settings that work the best in the past. There's no guarantee that they will work in the future. These are also not recommended settings by Expert Forex in order for you to have a guide as to what kind of settings you should be using. But now, as you can see, the best production was done by the Aussie yen on a 15-minute time frame, and it produced over $10 million. Now, what you then do is all the set files are provided in this particular schedule. So all you go and do is you click on that and you will download the set files that produced that result over that particular period. So the first step is sort them in profit order if that's the way you want to decide to take set files. Then note these timeframes and currencies and then download your set file. Okay, so once your set file is downloaded, what you do is you copy it, and then what you do is you select Open Data folder from your File menu in your MT4 platform. So you go to the MT4 platform, click on File, select Open Data, then select MQL in the menu that you will be shown, and then in the MQL you select presets. Now presets is the directory where all the setting files live. You then paste that file that you have copied into that directory, and the file will then go into that directory. So now you have loaded it into your MT4 platform. So then you open your EA and you go to the input section of the EA and you go to the load facility that's in that particular, so you load, and then you will find the file that you pasted into that directory. There it will be in MQL presets folder, and there's the file. You load it into that section and you click on open, and it will then load all those settings into your EA. And you'll see the settings appear in your settings section of your EA, the input section, and you'll also see the settings appear on the information that gets supplied with your EA. So there are the settings that were loaded. Always make sure that you are using the right time frame and the right currency with those particular settings. So this shows you the process and how easy it is to find the best settings, the best currency, the best time frame, and load that into your EA, and you can then use those particular settings. Now, there is no guarantee that what worked in the past will work into the future, but it is one of the ways we use to guide us to find settings that work. So as I said, this video is about finding and loading optimized settings for currencies and indices into your MT4 platform. In a future video, we're going to be looking at how you load the monitoring account settings into your MT4 platform. Now, I hope this video allows you to make really good use of this free optimized settings service that we provide for all our major trading EAs. From me, Alex Deploy, cheerio.